Hey, what's up everybody? Kenji back for another video of this World Championship Series. Today we have Ray Sato's Mono White Aggro deck. A nice change of pace from the Grixis deck that I played last time. If you're keeping track, we've gone over Mono Green, Grixis Epiphany, and now we're moving over to Mono White. There are some number of white decks that were brought to the World Champs, which are still wrapping up. I think they're going to choose the top 4 today, and then I think the final of the top 4 is tomorrow when this video drops. Anyways, another aggro deck here, mono white this time. And again, like all of the other decks for the World Champs event, it is for a very specific metagame. So a lot of the times you'll see some cards, you're like, well, what are those doing in here? You know, and that was for decks that they thought they would be playing against. Anyways, pretty straightforward list. As always in any of these aggro decks, mono-colored aggro decks especially, you're going to have 4 Faceless Haven and the full snow-covered plain package. Otherwise, yeah, pretty straightforward. I mean, one of the cards that I guess you wouldn't expect to see necessarily is like the Stonebinder's Familiar. Kind of an interesting 1-drop choice. New edition of the new set in the form of Adeline. Nice little aggressive creature. Can get very, very large very quickly, of course. And then some random cards in the sideboard for the mono white. But pretty classic. You see the 4 Spellbinders, the 4 Ushers, the 4 Luminarchs, of course, and then the 3 Redanes and a couple Mauls, etc., etc. So yeah, let's take this for a spin. From the last couple videos, we've increased our ranking up to silver. But yeah, nobody's been. Like, we haven't had easy games, so hopefully we get some good matches here with the mono white deck, and you know, I will just continue. And after the World Champs is over and I don't upload any more of those particular decks, we'll still be doing some standard. Usually I just focus a lot on limited while I'm streaming, but constructed is still fun, and especially with the new cards and the changing of the format. I was, not gonna lie, a bit tired of all the adventure cards, Bone Crusher Giants and Love Struck Beasts especially, but you know, it's nice to get some fresh blood. Anyways, let's jump into this queue here with Ray Sato's Mono White Aggro deck. On the draw, pretty good looking hand overall. Not too much in the way of interaction, but not really gonna mulligan a hand with a couple 1-drops and then a couple 2+ drops. Depending on what we do. Opponent led off with a Hagra Mauling. Alright. Not sure what deck's going to lead off with Hagra Mauling. But if they're playing snow-covered swamps, then I would guess that they are also probably running a some number of what do you call them? Faceless Havens. Go ahead and ship in for 2. I have to decide here if I want to make a token or if I want to run out a card from my hand. I think the adversaries we probably hold off on, and so the only play I would make otherwise would be the Usher, but that's just really inefficient with my mana, so I think here we're just going to make a token. No rush to get a 3-1 online. I'd rather wait till I get to 4 mana so that I can pump these up and anthem my team. Sedgemoor Witch. That card is gosh darn annoying. So I have a couple different options here. Could just slam the Adeline and attack with the Usher. I don't think that's good. The Sedgemoor Witch is just going to be too much of an issue, so let's play out the Haven. Let's go ahead and tap the Haven for mana. This is just pay 3 life, right? Yeah. Let's kill their Sedgemoor Witch. And this way we can still attack for 3, and because we held the Usher from turn 2, still get to play that out, so looking pretty good. Next turn I can Intrepid Adversary with Kicker 1 for a Glorious Anthem effect, or Honor of the Pure effect, Crusade effect, whatever you want to call it effect. Oh, they're just going to spend 2 of their mana to draw a card this turn. That's pretty good for me. Alright, Valky's fine. It would be a lot more awkward if I didn't have double adversary, but the fact that I have double means that even if they take 1, I get to play out another. So my guess is they're probably going to take Adeline, just because the adversary is kind of redundant. Or rather, I have redundant adversaries. Okay, exile. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna get in for a minimum of 5. And I would guess they certainly just trade away with one of the ushers. Oh, they did not. Okay. That is actually kind of surprising and almost scary. Alright, so I guess they just wanted to get some more counters off of Lawlith. But they're in a really awkward spot. All of their creatures have 2 power, and they know I have another adversary in my hand, right? So now all of my creatures are all of a sudden going to have 3 power. So let's see here. If I attack with everything, and they double block this single... No, that doesn't work. So they have to go block, block. They just have to go like block, block, block. Alright, yeah, let's just send them all to their face. They do have a Field of Ruin for my Faceless Haven, but if they're not doing anything with their mana next turn, they're still going to lose that game anyways. They can't make this double block. They're gonna... Oh, okay, well, they just left themselves dead then. I don't mind that. Let's go ahead and... I mean, they were gonna be in a bad spot, right? Their best option was to chump, chump, chump. Take 3 or whatever it was. I'd be left with a board of creatures. Didn't look like they were probably running too many board wipe effects. I'm gonna guess they have some number of ways to cast Tibalt. And not just have Valky in the main, so wouldn't be surprised. Well... Actually, if they're running snow-covered swamps, that might be a little bit awkward if they're also running Faceless Haven and red sources, but anyways. Curse of Silence, we don't want that. Portable Hole, maybe. Oh, I didn't even look at the sideboard of this card all that much. Ambushed in the Road is in the sideboard. Looks like Fateful Absence is going to be useful. Do we want these familiars? I don't think we do. I feel like we might just want apparitions. Man, this card is just still so good. Well, let's see. Valky, Sedgemoor. I guess I can't hit Lawlith with apparition, but that's probably alright. How many ways am I going to exile stuff on my turn if I leave these? Oh, I guess the Portable Hole did not look super fantastic versus them. So yeah, maybe just take out a lot of these 1-drops and bring in 4 apparitions. Something like that. Sure. Sure. Why not? I didn't quite look at all of them, the white deck list, the white aggro decks in the World Champs. I know there is a blue-white deck though, but I'm not sure if the other mono-white decks are running the Stoneforge's Familiar or whatever its name is. Little eye twitch action. Let's go ahead and lead on our Usher, and that is a 3 of a kind. Not necessarily what I wanted to draw, but it's pretty good to eat the eye twitches with it. Okay, I don't think they're going to attack. Oh, maybe they will. I guess they expect to trade, but they can pretty much assume I do have this aspirant in the deck. So do I want to trade for that? I think I'm actually going to. If they're running Eye Twitch, they're very likely to be running some number of ways to sacrifice it. So let's go ahead and take the trade. Wouldn't mind drawing a land here when I have 4 3-drops. Infernal Grasp. But I bricked on a land, so it's kind of unfortunate. We're just going to have to pass here. And that's going to be the big swing. Missing the land drop and not being able to play out the Spellbinder. Fortunately did find it here. Let's go ahead and lead off with the Spellbinder. Take a peek at what's going on. With a Grass, Soul Shatter, Crippling Fear, Lawlith. Okay. Well, they have super redundant removal, so let's make the Lolith cost 6 mana, 7 mana. So they're going to be pretty far away from casting that one. Looks like these Skyclave apparitions are not going to be doing too much work, though. It's fine. Yep, that's summoning. I think I'm just going to run out of 2/2, maybe? Because running out of 2/2 here is going to protect my any follow-up creature from the Soul Shatter. Another Environmental Sciences, huh? Oh, I guess that makes sense since they just want to get up to 7 for Lolith. Sure. Land's not awful. They still have the Crippling Fear in their hand, unfortunately, so... I mean, I think I'm going to go with the Valkyria here. Seems like it's going to be really hard for them to interact with Valkyria. And none of those pests deal damage while I have it on the battlefield, so... Alright, Spider Mom. That's fine. Oh, they're going to immediately draw a card. Sweet. So we can go ahead and just Fateful Absence the opponent. This doesn't do any damage. Great draw too. Yeah, let's Luminarch this turn. The counter here. I guess I can make them chump with one of their tokens. That seems fine. And then go ahead and just kill the Spider Queen.
Traitors, all of you.
So we're probably going to force out the Crippling Fear this turn. Of course, one of their pests is off the battlefield. I'm going to take 3 damage here, I guess. If they opt to just activate the Haven. Oh, they drew a Witch, fine. And again, no damage because I have the Valkyria. That seems like a troll attack. Let's go ahead and get the Witch off the battlefield. Go ahead and pay the 3 life. And actually the second Adeline was not too shabby. Okay, well. That's fine. Sure. I don't know if them taking Adeline makes sense, because again I have 2. Oh, right, they can turn into an Adeline. Haha. Right, Valky has some extra abilities, of course. Yeah, this Valkyria is doing work. Mono black, not necessarily known for artifact removal. Okay. And so Soul Shatter does not target me, unfortunately. It just says each opponent. If you were wondering why they didn't have to pay the 1 for the Valkyria cost. Let's go ahead and just get the Adeline / Valky off the battlefield now. And then next turn we can go... I guess I don't get to attack since they have the 3/3, but... Okay, Haven's fine. That's only going to hit in for 3. Shambling Geist doesn't matter. That's okay. This is only 5 damage. And that means I get to attack in, which is fantastic. I get to go like this. Actually, wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'd rather get the token from Adeline. Because if I activate the Haven, I do get to attack with the Haven, but I don't get to get a token from the Adeline activated or triggered ability. We're gonna be at a kind of a standstill here. We probably need to find our what do you call it? Maul of the Skyclaves. This would not be a good attack for the opponent. Okay, they're gonna go ahead and Field of Ruin my faceless haven. Yeah, and then they opt not to attack. So we're gonna pre-combat the Usher. And then attack for 5. Or what will be 5. Oh, they forgot to actually block my 1/1. Slight mistake on their part. Yeah, right, because the 3/3 could have eaten the 1/1 for free. None of the 1/1s can eat the my 1/1s. I guess the Geist can technically. Man, pretty happy I played out the Valkyria. 3 cards in hand, pass. Oh my, that is also a fantastic draw step. And the nice thing is, even though this has the activated ability, or sorry, the trigger ability, its mana cost is still 2, so if they randomly drew another Soul Shatter, they wouldn't be able to get it. I'm just gonna attack with everything. If they drew an instant speed removal spell, so be it, they can kill the adversary, but if they didn't, then they're just basically gonna die. And I don't want to give them more time to find an instant speed removal spell, so this is gonna be the time that we just adversary, attack with everything. And if they have a way to kill the adversary at instant speed, so be it. Oh, another small mistake from the opponent, potentially. They didn't activate the Haven again. Okay. My Usher could die here. If they put, oh yeah, if they put the -1/-1 counter on the Usher. Oh wait, did they? Oh, they made treasure with it. Oh, interesting. So maybe they are running some number of board wipes or something? That's actually concerning. Blood in the Snow? Would they randomly be running that? I guess they don't have that many creatures. Yeah, they could definitely have a Blood in the Snow here and just kind of get me good, but not much I can do if they do. The Meat Hook Massacre! Youch! Alright. That was also a bunch of life gain. Good beats. Can't say a second Adeline, rather a third Adeline even, was what the doctor ordered. Not a slight to the opponent, but this is the first deck that we've played against in these series that isn't like tier 1. Though we are definitely getting smashed this game. Alright, we can probably just pick this up. We're too far behind now. Alright, so knowing that they have, I guess, some more later game components, I think we actually want to bring in the Guardians of Faith. Maybe just cut some Skyclaves, which are fine, but again, they weren't exciting. But yeah, if they have board wipes like Crippling Fear or whatever it's called, and then Meat Hook Massacre, feels like having some instant speed ways to protect all my creatures are going to be pretty nice. Only downside is that they have Valky, so if they Valky me prior, they're going to know. Cannot keep a one-lander. That's a pretty good looking 6. Let's pitch the Fateful. I'm going to keep all the creatures. And I guess we probably want to run out the cave turn 1 to not have tap lands. Really want to draw a nice 2-drop, but not necessary. I'm okay to attack here. They'll block for sure, but I get a 1-1 out of the deal. And that way they don't get, not necessarily free value with a Deadly Dispute, but an easy way to get it online. Okay. Probably just going to play the Spellbinder next turn. Yeah, we're multiple turns away from activating Haven anyways, so... I'm going to go ahead and attack for 1, just to try to get a creature off the board, right? Because they have Necrotic Fumes. Alright, they do have Blood on the Snow in the deck, that's no surprise. It's pretty far away from actually being cast, though. I'm going to take the Deadly Dispute here. Yep. Maul's not bad. It's kind of a free roll attack with the 1-1 anyways. Because if you think about it, since I'm going to be making a second one, they would just eat it. We want to get through. And while they have Necrotic Fumes, I'd rather try to get their 1-1 off the board still. Okay. Well, these Havens are actually pretty good. We're going to suit up our Adeline. And this is going to be a nice big swing of damage. Not sure why they would not just block with the Merchant there. I guess maybe... No, that doesn't make sense. Because if they're going to Wrath the board anyways, they would already gain the life. Alright, presumably this is just going to be blood. Yep. Yep, it's fine. We can activate the Haven. I think we'd rather activate the Haven here than Cave. It's 1 more point of damage, and I don't think they're chumping. Could be close. 2 unknowns in their hand. Maul probably going to be really, really useful here as well. I'll probably just go for an equip next turn of Maul of the Skyclaves onto the Usher. Hope that they don't have a way to interact instant speed. Yeah, they're reading over the Maul right now. Hovering over it, scared. Not quite lethal, though. Ooh, are they gonna have to Necrotic Fume my Usher with their Skullport? Okay, so Witch and then maybe Fume. That's pretty good. If this is the case, we're just gonna activate the Cave of the Frost Dragon next turn. That's fine. Alright. Your move. This is going to be like a desperation dispute. But they do have a lot of mana and a couple fresh cards, so certainly not guaranteed to win here. Probably just have to go for the Cave of the Frost Dragon again next turn, huh? Oh, that doesn't do it. Oh, that does. So they can sacrifice their pest now to draw a card, but that would more importantly gain 1 life. Alright, they go to 4. Game's not over. So, what I can do here, funny enough, is actually activate the cave. And then play the Luminarch and put the 1/1 counter on it. It still makes the cave lethal next turn, but it also develops out my Luminarch. Because if I just activate cave attack, they go to 1, right? It's the same difference, basically. So, better to get another creature on the battlefield. One that I can put them all on. And the Luminarch itself is lethal next turn, too. Okay, that's fine. I should have tapped my cave, but I think I'm going to go for this play. Instead of activating the land. Yep. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. So now my game plan is to activate Faceless Haven and equip it with Maul. They can gain 2 life here, but that's perfect for Faceless Haven equip, so. I haven't mentioned, but the opponent's been missing attacks with their witches. I'm not sure how much life I should be at right now, but I know it should not be 20. I probably can't win if they draw Lolith. Because Lolith can make 2 reach creatures. So, ideally they just tap out for a bunch of random creatures that don't matter. Looks like they're going to sack their second pest. Alright. 5 cards in hand, 4 mana available. Ah, and that probably ends the game. We were really hoping they weren't going to draw a Field of Ruin either. Yeah, that's problematic. So they're going to go to 7 and I can hit them for 6? That's brutal. I guess I just have to play that out. If I don't cast a spell, their Curse of Leeches transforms, and it's going to hit me for 4 lifelink. And then they have the Field of Ruin anyway, so I just need to cast this out for max. But I'm guessing we're dead now. I wonder if they're planning on sacking a witch here. I'm pretty sure I should just be dead anyways, right? I don't know how many, like 4 or 5 attacks with witches missed. Okay. Sure. Sacrifice that, draw a card, get a treasure. Alright, well. I don't really have much of an option here. They're not dead on board. They can sacrifice Shambling Gas to give their thing -1/-1, or my creature -1/-1. I guess I should have played this pre-combat, but they make the same play anyway. Sure. Oh, man. I mean, I want to concede, but there's still the, like, 2% chance, you know? And I should have been already dead by now, I think. Between the Sedgemoor the Sedgemoor Witch miss attacks and their Hive of the Eye Tyrant, I'm pretty sure I should have been dead this turn, if not sooner. How much have they outdrawn me? They're at 30 cards, I'm at 44. Holy smokes. Alright, I think I can probably scoop it up to the menace creature, or sorry, the reach creatures now. Give it a draw step, see what I find, but it's probably just GG's. Yeah, good enough. GG. I don't think I played poorly. But maybe this, again, this is a deck for a very specific event, so I think the mono white deck was not hoping to run into mono black sacrifice stuff. Anyway, let's go to another match, see if we can at least get a couple wins with this deck. But this is probably more of a fine-tuned deck for the specific metagame, but you never know. We could just rattle some people on the draw here, unfortunately. Good looking hand, though. Need to find one more land, but we have plenty of stuff to do with our 2 mana. Zandu Mammoth. Alright, we probably going to be running against the mono green deck then. Very popular deck. Very good too. We'll see if they have a snow-covered forest here to go along with that, or if they kept some kind of sketchier hand with like double mammoth or a florahedron. Oh! Werewolves! Okay. Again, we're finally seeing some of the, I don't want to say worst decks, but budget decks? Not tiered decks? Do I want to trade if they attack with their naturalist? Probably. It's awkward, but probably. They have access to 4 mana, but I don't want to let them have more mana the following turn, too. And if they just play some scary creature, we can absence, you know? They could have, like, Arlen. Oh, yeah. Chariot's pretty hard to beat. Ugh. Turn 3 Chariot is... That's gonna get you no matter what. Yeah, I gotta do it. I'm gonna portable hole one of the tokens. If they activate their Chariot in response, we get to absence and attack for 2. If they don't, I still get to attack for 2. Oh, I'm very surprised they traded there. Okay. I don't want to make a 1-1. I think I need to hold up absence and blue now.
We must stop the knights from engulfing the day.
We are just getting rocked. I need to kill the Chariot here, but then they have Arlen. You know, this could have all been different if I was on the play. On the play, I get to play Spellbinder on turn 3. None of this nonsense has to happen. I guess I have to check Chariot number 2. Alright.
The darkness won't hide our enemies from us.
I'm not attacking. I have to try to kill Arlen. They're gonna flash in a 4/4 Tovolar. Not a terrible draw. Who knows? They might mess up. They might not flash in the Tovolar. We'll hold the adversary for a mass pump. Oops. Alright, nice. They did forget to flash in and block the 1/1 for free. Yep. Okay. I mean, if they don't have a way to kill the Adeline, maybe... Actually, you know what? If I block here, they're forced to use Tovolar. I think I kind of like that. Pump up their wolf by 2. Eats up all of their mana in the turn. Yeah, that's fine. And then I still hit in for at least 6 next turn, maybe even 8, depending on if I can draw another land or not. Okay. So now I hit him for 5. I guess I should probably double spell. Holding that for an Anthem is so good, but by casting that out, I cast 2 spells in the turn, so that night turns into day. That was hard to say if that was right or not. Okay, so because they have a bunch of wolves and werewolves, Tovolar is going to turn it back into night on their turn. I highly doubt they're going to be attacking. Oh my. 8, 9, 10. Oh my gosh, I'm 1 short of winning. I'm 1 mana short of winning and 1 creature short of winning. I can... Yeah, if I had 1 more land, I could activate the Faceless Haven, then cast them all as Skyclaves. And Adeline would turn into a 9 power creature. I'm also... Yeah. If I just play them all out right now, which is what I kind of have to do. Equip Adeline, attack. That's going to make 1 attacker, and I'm going to have 11 damage. So maybe it's better to equip the lifelinker here. Getting for 8 lifelink flying. This would force a block. That's fine. It's got vigilance anyway, so. One damage short. Pretty silly. Okay, if they double block Adeline, then they're not going to get the knight. So that's good too for us. We're still hitting them for a huge chunk, and we're also gaining 5 life. This is definitely going to be a matchup where we bring in all of the Skyclave apparitions. Alright, your move, OP. And don't forget, if I draw another land, I can actually activate the... Wait, are they just dead with this? I'm confused.
Calm the trees. The will of the woods is made manifest.
That doesn't have reach, right? Oh, it does have reach! Oh! Alright, draw land wins. Well, also, they have to chump the adversary. Wait, no, this still wins, right? I just activate my Faceless Haven. They chump here, can't block that, they block... Yeah. And we go up to, back to a 19. Healthy 19. That game was not looking very good for me. Yeah, maybe werewolves are a thing in this format. I'm not sure if I want to bring in the portable holes. Absence definitely in. Apparitions definitely in. I'm a little bit concerned about Brutal Cathar, but I guess they didn't actually have any removal, did they? Not that we saw. Familiar's out. The Maul is probably going to be really good in this matchup. I don't think we need these holes. I don't know about these Brutal Cathars. They might be slightly better than Raydanes, though. Yeah. I'll try cutting the Raydanes and bring in the Brutals. I guess I'll just leave one portable hole in the deck. I mean, again, it was just the Kessig Naturalist that we saw. Wouldn't be surprised to see more 2-drops from them, but... I mean, we saw the Ranger class too, and I guess they hit the Kitty Cats. Maybe it was better to leave in more portables. Alright, another 1-lander, we'll ship that. I guess the Sun Gold Sentinels are probably worse than portable holes. Not a terrible 2. Just need to once again find that 3rd land and we'll be good to go. Alright, probably just gonna absence that. It's a little bit awkward, but if I just go one of my 2-drops pass and then they go attack and play Chariot or play Arlen, I don't think I can win that game. Alright, so they missed a land drop, so they just sacrificed the clue. I missed a land drop, but we get to get our Luminarch online. Burning Hands, sure. Let's see if they found the land. Nope. Alright, both players on 2 lands here. I've got plays, so... hopefully they can't also kill this one. Now that they found their 3rd land, I'm gonna really need to find mine. Yep. Smash for 5. Okay. Still in it to win it then. I don't think I'm supposed to make the Apparition a 3/3 even though they showed Burning Hands. Alright. Take another 5. Go this Song and Dance again. This time I will pump up this Apparition to a 3/3. Okay, that doesn't have haste. And now we can play Adversary, pump the team. And next turn we just get to right-click attack all. Yeah. The mono-white deck's going to function a lot better on fewer lands than a deck we saw with tons of 4-drops, so pull the game there. Let's go ahead and play one more match with the deck, see if we can get a positive record of 2-1, but it seems like this deck especially probably is not a good, especially probably he says, is not a good choice for like ladder play, just because this is more on the world's metagame plan. So Rei Sato and anybody else he was testing with had very specific decks in mind, right? But on a random ladder, on a random arena ladder scenario, it's going to fare much worse versus the variety of decks that you're probably going to see. Again, we're not very good at winning the die roll. Okay, let's see if we can get a keepable hand. Certainly looks good enough to me. What do we want to see? I guess we want to see like a forest from the opponent, snow-covered forest. Basic island. Delver of Secrets. Oh my gosh, I love it. Let's go ahead and put that in the hole. I think a lot of people are trying to make Delver of Secrets work, but unlike its original printing, okay. I'm not sure if it's actually very good. I'm gonna go ahead and just try to curve out here, especially since I have Maul the Skyclaves. Sitting back and not doing anything on turn 2 seems like a recipe for disaster. Alright, immediately flipping. Obviously that's gonna happen much more frequently in limited than, or sorry, in constructed than it is limited, so. Woo! Yep. That's a blowout. Prismari Command, kill my 3/1 lifelink. And, get rid of the artifact. Let's play Raidane out. Okay, well at least they didn't flip the second Delver. This might just eat the Demon Bolt. And then hopefully the game plan is to get Adeline online with the Maul of the Skyclaves. And if all goes well, then we might be able to stabilize that way. I guess I'm actually going to run out another Raidane then. In hopes of trading with the Aberration. Okay. Iteration is so good. So good. Yeah, I'm blocking. So not enough mana to activate the Haven and attack, and then play Adeline, so we'll just play Adeline out. And then next turn I can go for Activate Haven. Oh, well, I'm at 3. So I need to draw Portable Hole or Fateful Showdown and them have nothing? Looking pretty bad for me. Another game that probably would have been quite a bit different if I was on the play. All right, blue red, blue red. I'm dead. Absence in. I guess I'll bring in 3 holes. That seems like a little bit much. Holes are also kind of weak versus Prismari Command, but at least if you eat a Delver and then they get it back, it's not the 3/2 again. I guess maybe Ambush on the Road could be worth it to try to beat their burn spells awkwardly. Alright, I'll just go down to 2 again. This feels like the weakest of the decks that we've played. Mono Green seems a lot better. Grixis Epiphany seems much, much better. Yeah, good looking hand though. Would love to find a 2-drop, but again, if we don't, we have the Usher activation, so it's kind of nice. So they decided to let me attack. Would I like to make a 1/1 here? I think I'm just going to replay out the Usher. They probably have Smoldering Eggs and stuff in their deck too, right? Yeah. I'm gonna Adeline, just try to curve out with creatures. Still attacking in because I make the token, get in for at least 1. Saw the block. How did they see the block? I was tapped out. We'll never know. I guess the hope is to draw just another land this turn, maybe Haven. So that I could go Spellbinder plus Hold Up Absence, or sorry, plus Hold Up Ambush. They didn't play anything and they shocked themselves, so this is probably just the Prismari Command, my guess. Alright, let's go to attacks. I'm not going to fire off the Fateful Absence quite yet. They could also be holding up like Divide by 0. Cinderclasm, so that's X for 2. Alright, so let's go ahead and eat their egg, and then I think I'm gonna go ahead and pump my Usher. Not exciting, but hey. Alright, looks like they have a Demon Bolt online. So we're gonna hit them for 2 here. They're gonna kill the Adeline before I attack. And then I'm gonna fire off the Spellbinder. They didn't fire it off. So perhaps it is not. In fact. Would they be running Saw It Coming? We'll find out in a moment. Because if it's just Epiphany and draw a card, they are in real bad shape. Oh, they did have Divide by 0, by the way. Okay, well, they're not going to be able to Epiphany next turn, so they need to draw another Cinderclasm. That doesn't do anything. Again, they need, if they have another Cinderclasm, off the top, but... Okay, GG go 3. And they just didn't want to play anymore, so... I guess I will do one more quick round, so that since that one was kind of just a freebie. Games with this deck go pretty quickly anyways. It's too bad. Alright, hopefully we play against a meta deck. Hopefully I get to play against like one of the Epiphany decks or something, or mono green. But it's kind of cool seeing a bunch of different decks that people are playing. Now, as you make your way up the ranks, you will definitely run into... I lost the die roll again. I'm so bad. As I was saying, as you move up through the ranks, you know, as you get to platinum, to diamond, to mythic, you will definitely run into more and more of the solidified archetypes. But okay, wait. Prismari Campus. I don't think a lot of the Epiphany decks are running Campus, but I suppose it's dual. Den of the Bugbear. None of the Epiphany decks are running Bugbear, so this is a different deck for sure. They're running a Hall of Storm Giants, yes. Main deck Burning Hands. So we're gonna lead with, I guess we're gonna play out the Faceless Haven next turn after attacking for 3. Because we can start attacking with that as soon as next turn. Question is if I just want to double spell here and play both the Adversary and the Familiar. I guess I probably want to. As awkward as it is. Alright, Foretell. And we are really hoping they don't have another Dragonfire. We're just going to activate and smash. Absolutely no reason to run into a counter. Okay. Yep, there's the dragon, as expected. Still no reason to run into a counter. Actually, you know what? I get to portable hole their treasure here. And that's actually worth. They didn't sacrifice in response, so it is in fact an Epiphany. So my choices are to activate Haven and smash for 8. Or play Adeline. Smash for 5. I guess it's gonna 2-turn clock either way, so let's just get another creature on the board. So they're gonna attack with Dragon, Epiphany, and we'll go from there. Hopefully they don't find anything else. I might have been wrong about the, oh, they have a second Epiphany. Alright, so I'm gonna go down to 12. They're gonna cast Epiphany again. 4, 5, 6. They're gonna have 8 damage on the board. Oh, it was an Epiphany. No, it still is Epiphany. They have 6 mana after attacking. Never mind. What am I talking about? We are dead to quite a few things here. Well, at least the Dragonfire is unlikely to be cast. I mean, I guess it could be a Sot coming. Okay, I guess it was. Huh. It was, in fact, not another Epiphany. Because otherwise they would have just smashed all Epiphanied again. Still don't think we're winning this game. Can't really afford not to attack, sadly. I'm gonna go ahead and play the post-combat Aspirant, but if they have another way to deal with Haven, then we're just gonna be dead here. Is it Dragon? Or, whatever it's called? Demon's Fire? Oh, they just do have another Dragonfire. Alright. Yeah, this mono white deck just doesn't seem very good to me. Sure. Yeah. Go to 12. They just drew another Epiphany. Okay. Good stuff. It was a Sot coming. It was revealed there at the end. Alright. Oh, Epiphany, you hell of a card, you. So, is Curse of Silence supposed to be brought in versus Epiphany or something? Because this doesn't seem very good. I mean, these familiars have also looked gosh darn terrible. I guess I'm gonna bring in some Ambushed on the Road for the whatchamacallums. Burn spells. I'm gonna cut all of the portable holes. I'm actually gonna try Curse of Silence versus Alrund's Epiphany, and then just bring in like 2 Guardian of Faith as well. This does not feel like a good matchup. Then again, I'm not sure what is supposed to be a good matchup with this deck. Oof. If I was on the draw, I would mulligan this hand, but since I'm on the play, unless they have a Spike Field or whatever, this should be okay. Because I have something to do with 1 mana, 2 mana. Raidane's pretty good versus them. Oh, okay, and they're just foretelling. Yeah, I'm gonna run out Raydane. And the next turn we can go Haven, Smash, hold up Guardian of Faith plus Pump. I don't want to just make another token off of Usher and then go Cinderclasm, I lose. Although, this is not a bad draw, but I think we just go to Smash here. Do what I said, hold up the Guardian of Faith and hold up the Ambushed. Sure. Got him. Pass. If I flash out the Guardian, it's only 8 damage. Although I can play out the Aspirant here now and still hold up Guardian, so let's do that. That's fine. Smash for 5. If they take it, that's great, because then Face's Haven is going to be lethal by itself. Into the Royal. Okay, let's recast Raydane. Excuse me. What you got, OP? Suspend, or sorry, foretell. Alright, I'm going to activate Haven and go to combat. If they try to kill the Haven, I am going to flash out the Guardian. Yeah. The land is too important to protect. They could go land Epiphany here. And then maybe Cobble... Oh no, they can't. I have Raydane. They can't even Epiphany. Right. Because Epiphany would cost, what, 8 or whatever? Yeah. Alright, that worked a lot better. Now, we were on the play with a decent curve, so... I don't think games are usually going to go like that. Again, I think this mono-white deck is, as far as decks I've played from the World Champs lists, the worst of them. The mono-green seemed pretty good. The Epiphany decks seemed really good. And then there's this, so... We'll see. We will see. There aren't too many other archetypes to try out from Worlds competitors. There's like a blue-red deck, kind of similar to what my opponent's playing right now, but not too different from, you know, Epiphany decks overall, because they all run Epiphanies. There's a blue-white, like, quote-unquote tempo deck, but it's kind of just like this mono-white deck with a few other cards in it or something. I don't... We'll see. I'm gonna try to keep uploading standard content for the foreseeable future, but this might be a quick end to at least the World's competitors' decks. Pretty good opening hand here for us. Opponent mulligan to 6. We're gonna go turn 1 Ush. Not surprised if this dies before combat, but I'm gonna still run out the Luminarch anyways on turn 2. and hope they don't have a Clasm to get me good. Alright, that's great by me. Glad they're gonna fire that off me. So, actually, the reason why they did that is because I'm running that ambushed card. But now they get punished, so that was really nice. Another Burning Hands, but this is good for us. We don't mind them trading 1 for 1. That doesn't matter since I only have... I keep drawing this one of Cave of the Frost Dragon, by the way. Oh, they did have a Cinderplasm. Well, I guess I'm going to Adversary here and... Oh, what am I doing? I'm so bad at this game. They get to cast the Cinderclasm in response. This was really bad. I should have just cast Curse of Silence. This was so bad. I should have cast... Oh! Oh! They let it happen. Oh, wait, of course. They can just respond to the trigger. No. I'm still just bad. Yeah, that was terrible play. Awkward. Yeah, and then Den of the Bugbear gonna do work here. Well, I deserved that. Go ahead and Spellbinder again. Go ahead and name Alrund's Epiphany. And then we can name the dragon. So let's name Alrund's Epiphany, and then we'll name Goldspan Dragon. Was it though? Was it nice? Wait, so what was I supposed to do again on that one turn? It was clearly not casting Adversary. Curse. Curse probably on Cinderclasm. Jeez, iteration into iteration's pretty good. They had too much mana though. I think I'm supposed to name their haymakers there. Alright, we're gonna go land. Attack for 1 pass, I guess. It's a good chunk, but... I mean, they can just go land, activate Hall of Storm Giants, and... yeah. Yep, ship it in. That was actually a really good draw. Because now I can still keep them on a 2-turn clock. But now I also have a blocker for the Hall of Storm Giants. I hope they just have a bunch of epiphanies stuck in their hand. Seven mana dragon. I will take action here. That is bold. But I guess they drew something. I mean, I can't really beat much. In fact, if they have any interaction here, we're dead. But if they don't have anything, I activate Cave and I win. Is that better than activating Cave? No, it doesn't matter. I just have to hope they don't have anything, which seems unlikely, because they only need to find 1 point of damage. Yep, that's gonna be good enough. GG's. Alright, well, by far the worst deck that I've played from any of these World Champs competitors. And didn't even seem good versus any of the Epiphany decks that I played against, so... Not sure why... I mean, they had to have their reasons, of course, but... Not sure why this was a deck submitted by multiple players. Not this same exact iteration, just mono white in general. You're doing like smaller things than the mono green deck, although you're a little bit faster than them probably. But versus any of the control decks, you seem just so far behind. So this was Rei Sato's mono white aggro list from the World Championships. Again, when this gets uploaded, they will have completed day 2 by now. And the top 4 will be tomorrow. I know Andre Strosky already locked in his top 4 slot by going like 7-0 between draft and constructed. And as I recall, he played a very similar list, if not identical, to Gabriel Nassif's deck that we played yesterday. So if you want to check that, you can go catch the VOD for that one as well. But yeah, seems like the control decks or mono green, if you're going to go aggro, have been the choice so far. But this was mono white aggro by Rei Sato. So thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time.